into the Mandarin Gene. What's going on? So on today's episode, we do know what we're going to be talking about. Unlike most episodes, today we're talking about the Mandarin Gene.
The what?
The orange gene.
The orange gene. The Mandarin. Like from Iron Man?
I don't know anything about Iron Man.
An orange? Okay, alright. Yeah, here we go.
Alright, so the Mandarin Gene, I'm going to be quite honest with you, is very difficult to pick out. I have a big issue IDing it. I cannot ID it off of pictures at all. But once you see them in person, you can tell that the gene is there or isn't there. So this is a single gene Mandarin. And we don't have very many of these to give you some a bunch of examples of what the gene looks like, but this is a average to better looking Mandarin. This girl is available, but what the Mandarin Gene is, and again, I'm not the greatest at this, but what the Mandarin Gene is brings up these oranges on the side, kind of gives this box-like pattern. You get some of the spotting on the dorsal instead of it just being a stripe. And overall, it's kind of like a, I don't know, what do you call this, Craig? Probably like a rustic color?
It is kind of like a rustic color. Through the camera lens, it has more of an amber look, but as you were pulling it out under the light, it does have like a coppery rust color to it.
So,
almost kind of how like I got a Trojan that has that kind of look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that with that.
Yeah.
Reminds me, color-wise, a lot of mahogany colors too. The Mahogany Gene coloring. So, all right. So let's get into the combos here. And like I said, we don't have very many.
So that's single gene.
But this is single gene. So this, you can probably tell instantly, is Inchi. So this is Inchi Mandarin.
You know, that's really the only thing I really can tell what it is right off the rip.
Yeah. You know, Inchi is very strong gene. It's usually not a hard one to pick out. That's why it's really common and people like it. You can tell this is Inchi. It just gives that Inchi color. You get the wider eye bands. And you get this banding across the back. So how do we know that this is Mandarin? Well, the biggest reason we know that this is Mandarin is simply because of the color. But other than that, if you look at the two side by side, and of course neither one of them
they're very
sit
active.
still,
We'll teach them how we do the dog. Sit!
you can see a lot of characteristics are the same. So you get some of this unusual dorsal.
Right.
You have to remember the banding on the Inchi is fighting this heavily. But you get some of the same pattern across the dorsal, and then you get these nice oranges coming up the side, which is why they call it Mandarin, is because of that orange color tint. And just really cool overall rustic Inchi look. So there we have that. Adding one more gene up from this.
Pastel.
If they will, we don't have a pastel.
I don't think we do.
If these sit still, we'll try to get the third one out.
Oh, see, that ain't, no, that's just an Inchi. That's just an Inchi non-pastel. It's a lesser Mandarin.
Yep, you are correct.
Guys, look, I know these things. She's about to drop.
She's not going.
She's not going nowhere.
So
I am.
this.
See, because I got a lesser Inchi.
Yep.
No Mandarin, but so I'll be knowing.
So this is a Inchi Lesser Mandarin, and to be 100% honest, this was probably the hardest one to ID,
Oh, absolutely.
and we had to get a little bit of size on them to really be able to see. So as a baby, this looked like a really nice Inchi Lesser, but as it's gotten older, it's starting to keep the colors really good. The oranges are really looking good. On the side here, this girl does have a little paradox spot on her. So anyway, just really unique looking. I'm not super blown away about the single gene Mandarin stuff. It does look nice, but it's not. Well, it commands a high price tag for something that's visually not super impressive.
It's subtle.
It's very subtle. So, we'll see where the gene takes off. We are shooting for supers this year, and I think that the supers is what's really going to take it to the next level. So the Super Mandarin is much more vibrant, much more orange, crazy looking. Very few combos have been done with it, so I think there's a lot to be done with it. It's just a matter of time. But if you do think that this gene interests you, I think it does have the potential to do a lot of crazy things. These three girls are available, so we can help you out with that. And we have plenty more coming this year. So I do have one more girl that I'm going to show you, and
If single gene will calm down.
yeah, that's the one that I need to stay up here. Just let her roll. I don't care.
She's good. There she is right there. She said, I just want to be on the camera. Well, look at that one.
Alright, so definitely something that's going to be a world's first here, and was definitely something that was very difficult to ID. This is a Redhead Mandarin. So I wanted to leave the single gene out here. Unfortunately, I don't have a single gene Redhead, but I wanted to leave the single gene Mandarin out here and the Redhead right beside it, so that you can see some of the similarities in it. So you get this dorsal is very similar. You have the Redhead fighting with the Mandarin on the side pattern, so it's a good mixture of both Redhead and Mandarin down the side. And because Redhead in general is a darkening gene, you don't get a lot of the oranges and the stuff blowing up from the side. So I apologize that these things are being wiggly.
It's just working with animals. That's all it is.
But you can see they are very similar and actually go together quite well. In pictures, this animal is not that impressive. I've tried many different pictures. It's not really that great. But in person, this thing is quite unusual looking and very unique. So, want something nobody else has got? This girl is available as well, and super cool. So, I'm going to bring out one more snake, just so you can have a kind of an idea of what Redhead does. This is a fire Redhead. This is the closest thing I have to a single gene Redhead other than this one, and you can kind of see a lot of the similarities in what they're doing here. So Mandarin, fire Redhead, and Mandarin Redhead. So that will conclude this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I think all of these were girls, and all of them have some size. So if you need into the Mandarin gene or the Redhead gene, hit me up. We'll get you situated and hooked up. See y'all next time.
Be out! Thanks for watching Hardwired Exotics, and make sure you subscribe.